This is the length of daylight period graph, which you can also find on the lab PDF. What it's going to do is this is going to tell us the longest and the shortest days of the year for any particular latitude. Let's see how this works. It's actually very easy. On the left-hand side, you can see we have tens of degrees. For example, 0, 10, 20, 30 degrees north or south. That doesn't matter which hemisphere it's in. Can you see that? Now look across the top. We have degrees in single digits. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Can you see that? What we're going to do is combine a number from the left with a number from the right. So for example, 15 or 27 or 38 or whatever it is. And then where they come together, that's going to tell us the longest period of daylight hours and the shortest period of daylight hours in hours and minutes for that particular latitude throughout the year. So in other words, what is going to be on their summer solstice and what is going to be on their winter solstice. Let's try them out. 34 degrees north or south, because remember, this is both north and south on here. So Los Angeles or Buenos Aires, either one, they're both at 34 degrees. LA at 34 degrees north, Buenos Aires at 34 degrees south. What do? Well, those red arrows show you on the left-hand side where 30 is at, and at the top where 4 is at. So you go across in the 30s column until you hit the 4, and then you're going to have your numbers right there. And if you look, you can see that, for example, at Los Angeles, the longest daylight period is 14 hours and 26 minutes, and the shortest daylight period is 9 hours and 53 minutes. Let's try another one. 57 degrees north or south. Can you already feel what you're going to do on this? I know it's probably too easy, isn't it? Now we've got the 50 and the 7 where they come together. What do we end up with? Well, if you're at 57 degrees north or south, the longest daylight period is 17 hours and 54 minutes of the sun being above the horizon. And the shortest, wow, look at that, it's pretty short, 6 hours and 42 minutes of the sun being above the horizon on that winter solstice. How do you like that? Can you do this? Notice where the equator's at, 0 and 0, 12 hours and 7 minutes for the longest and the shortest.